Fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking head, man.
Angry Fan Movement is the movement to move with. URL TV for life. You already know what it is.
Yo, No Mercy from the Trap. What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's going on? How y'all been?
What's going on, Mercy?
I'm chilling, man. I like that Jen interview, man. I might want to see about reaching out to snatch him up for something. You know what I mean?
I knew you was gonna say that shit.
Oh nah, I be scheming on the low, man. Like I'm trying to get these battles going. You know, we got Scotty versus Dot November 15th at the Strat.
Okay.
You know, we also doing our first intergender battle, Aura versus VA Paper Chaser. You know, so we got a nice little car lined up for November 15th, man. Anybody that's in New York, I need to.
Where's it at?
The address is the location is Pearl Studios. It's 500 8th Avenue on 34th Street, right there from up the block from Penn Station. So even if you're coming from out of town, like it's right there in the heart of the city, so you can get there easily.
Okay, that's what's up right there, man. Hey yo. As you know, man, I'm fucking lost about how all this shit works. Before we even get into this whole what platform he's on, what are your thoughts on Prez Mafia coming back to battle rap? And I know you fuck with him tough too, so it's gonna be a hard question for you.
All right, my thing is, just that he's young. I feel like we all do a lot of dumb shit in our lives, and we all make dumb mistakes. What he did wasn't the worst thing in the world. It's the worst thing you could possibly do when it comes to battle rap. But as far as, it's just not the worst thing in the world. So I felt like it was something that if people are saying that they want to see him come back, why not give it a shot and see what the response is from his first battle back?
I don't know about that, Mercy, man. Me, myself, I don't know, man. That's the worst thing you could do in battle rap.
I completely understand. But to me, me and Prez kind of built things up together, so that's also another reason why I chose to back him. Like, it's not like we was just coming in to try to get views off of him or try to capitalize. Like, nah, like, that's my nigga. Like, if he's saying he want to work things out and, get things back in position, then I'm going to back him, just like anybody else that come to me that I fuck with.
Okay.
So, Mercy,
right,
this is Wing. I want to ask this. Oh, go ahead, Kev.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask this. So, I mean, like you said, that is your man's and everything, and I can feel that as far as giving him the platform to be able to work himself back to a place. I guess for most people, you hit the nail on the head. For me, I guess. What I'm looking at is you say that, it is the worst thing for battle rap, but soon as you said that, for me, I thought the worst thing in sports is steroids. There's no coming back from that.
That's
what I mean? You lose all credibility, you lose sponsorships, you're gone. Like the titles are stripped and everything. So that's kind of where it is for me. I want to be able to see him come back, but then it's kind of hard for a lot of us.
No, I definitely understand that. And I respect all aspects, like all opinions and like all sides of, the debate of whether or not he should come back, because also looking at it from a fan standpoint, there's other battlers that had they did it, I would have been on the fence about it, like, I don't know if I want to see him back.
Right.
So I definitely understand and I definitely respect all sides of the coin, All
right, so Mercy. So he was supposed to battle on Trap House versus Dre Dennis first?
All right. All right, before we get into the actual story, I just want to bring the fans up to speed on what's out there. First, he was supposed to just do his return battle on the Trap New York. That was the plan. He was supposed to do his return battle. That was going to be his grand comeback and everything like that. Somebody got in his ear to get him on URL. We're not going to say names just yet. That's coming. But somebody got in his ear for him to do it on URL. And When this person went to take it to get him on URL, the battle got blocked within URL, and now they took it over to We Go Hard. Yes. How does a URL person take a battle to URL and it gets blocked? We're going to get into that.
They got dropped. So what, they didn't want it?
Nah, because when certain niggas see that niggas is doing fuck shit, niggas don't want to deal with them. And I can respect that. Because all right, this is my thing. I did an interview saying that Prez is doing his return on the track. This is public information. People know this. So if you go to a certain person saying, yo, we going to do Prez return on URL, it's like, yo, didn't these niggas already say they're doing his return? Why is this going on? You understand? So just that alone is like, all right, niggas is doing funny shit. Niggas don't want to deal with him. And plus, it's a whole lot of other behind-the-scenes shit. But, y'all mind if I start from the beginning?
Absolutely.
Do you?
When Prez got home from jail, he was in jail. Now, we all know prior to that, he had the whole situation with stealing the verse. Another thing that happened was he took maybe over $1,000 worth of deposits from a few different leagues that he no-showed for during the situation. So, Caps, if you remember when I came on your show and you asked me about it, I specifically said, we going to deal with all the other shit as men before we entertain a convo on the battle.
Okay.
We said we was gonna deal with the things as far as Mr. Meredith, but that had already got cleared up. He did his interview saying, he forgive him and stuff like that, so that was already handled. But before we book you and put you on a card, let's take care of these leagues that you owe first before we do that. That way nobody's coming to our events trying to run down on you over money. So as far as me and Prez conversation, just to get things to go down faster, I was going to help him with the deposits and getting them these guys back, because Prez, we talked about doing 4 battles. We talked about doing 4 battles. We talked about doing the return battle was supposed to originally be in October against Doc. That was going to be the first battle back. We also talked about the Dre Dennis battle. We also talked about him battling one of our young boys, this cat named Stats, because they kind of got a little grudge, which is crazy. You know what I mean? And we was also going to try to do the John battle. Now, after what Prez did, he had no other choice but to really start from the bottom. So he was going to put the bread up for these battles. Even when as far as introducing me to the person who was going to help him put the bread up for these battles. So I'm like, okay, if he's doing all this, I can lend a hand as far as the business with the deposits and shit like that. You know what I mean? I wasn't putting up the whole thing, but I was going to help him out with, throwing him at least a third or a half of what he owed.
Right.
So, now, another thing, aside from the deposit, him and Norbes was supposed to be starting a league a while back called Mob House Battle League. This was at the beginning of 2014. There were people that paid them niggas money to battle on that card, and the battle never went down. The event never happened.
Damn.
So I also, when Prez went missing, I also have these guys hitting me up, asking, what's going on, and they paid for this. We even had one dude, his name is Stumbles. He came all the way from Massachusetts to battle Prez on our card where Shotgun Suge battled Reaper Rel. They were going to do the battle there because niggas couldn't get in contact with Prez about the event, and dude had paid Prez $300 to battle him in a one-rounder as a main event on that Mob House joint. The Mob House was supposed to be a tournament. Prez was going to headline against whoever paid him, and whoever won the tournament would battle Prez on the next card. And that's how he was going to, you know, keep it going. And it just never came to fruition, you know. I guess after Prez came on Angry Fan Radio and said what he said about Norbes, that's when them two fell out and the Mob House thing didn't go down. You understand? So you got the Mob House shit. You got all these niggas you owe deposits to. Niggas got some serious cleaning up to do. So I hope that, and mind you, I hit up a few of these people, you know what I mean, just to let niggas know, like, you know, if niggas do see a flyer before they get their money back, it's going to be taken care of. You know what I mean? Because at least with me, niggas know I keep to my word. You understand? So if niggas getting a hit up from No Mercy, yo, we going to get your bread back. Okay. We don't need to ride on this nigga because No Mercy said he going to hold us down. You know what I mean? Right. So we was going to be good on that end. Now, I get a text from him one day. You know, at one point, Norbes was already trying to hit him about the battle. Now, the first time Norbes hit him, he originally told me that he told Norbes, yo, I'm not doing the battle with y'all. I already got things locked in with the trap. I thought that would have been the end of the conversation. But then he hits me up, and he texts me. He says, yo, URL isn't taking no for an answer. So I'm hyped because I know that the information about the battle is already out there. So why is URL trying to interfere with that? And when I see the word URL, I'm thinking it's everybody involved in URL. Come to find out, it's Norbes that's trying to do this. You know, so when that happened, I wasn't gonna say nothing. Like, I wasn't gonna say nothing publicly. Niggas should go ahead and have the battle. Like, it is what it is. I'm tight, but I'm gonna get over it. Next thing that happens, this nigga Norbes tries to block the Scotty and Dot battle. He tries to block it because he thinks we seen Scotty on the PG card and we're trying to steal him from URL. Now, as far as Scotty and Dot battling, Scotty didn't pay for this battle. Somebody that heavily supports him hit me up and said, yo, I like this dude, Scotty from Houston. I want to get him a battle on your platform. How can we make sure it happens? So I said, okay, let's do him versus Dot. And that person paid me. Matter of fact, the person paid me back before Steams and Excel battles. So this was locked in back in June. Why are you trying to block this battle? You know what I mean? So after that shit happened, I'm like, all right, you're already taking a Prez battle. You trying to block this shit. Now I'm an OD. I got tight. Yes, if you want to say I caught feelings, whatever the case may be, I'm pissed. I'm human. You know what I mean? It happens. I went on Facebook and I announced that Prez Mafia and Dre Dennis was battling on the URL card. You know, so I guess that got niggas a little bit tight. Maybe I shouldn't have posted it because I guess niggas was gonna block the battle anyway. Block the Prez and Dre Dennis battle anyway, so I probably shouldn't have posted it, but I was mad, so I posted that. And then Prez hits me, because I'm trying to figure out who's the one that told them, yo, you don't have a choice, or like they're not taking no for an answer. So I'm trying to figure out.
I don't understand that anyway. You don't have a choice. I mean, of course you have a choice.
I guess they was trying to say, in his words, he probably meant if you don't do the battle now, you ain't never gonna be able to battle on URL type shit. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah, that's what I'm assuming was meant by that. You understand? So that doesn't go down. And I hit him up. I'm trying to figure out who the one that told him that. He come back on some bullshit like, oh, you done did some snake shit too. Thank God for screenshots. I'ma holler. I want to know what I did. He never gave me an answer. I want to know what snake shit I'm doing out here. You understand? Because being the only nigga that's out here backing you, trying to convince niggas you need another shot. Norbes wasn't trying to do this for you. Wasn't nobody else going to bat for you the way I was. So it's like, how you gonna sit up here and let this man get in your ear after you done called him a snake and all this other shit, and you back fucking with this nigga? Like, I don't get that.
Oh, damn.
I don't get that.
What's the last time you spoke to Prez?
Well, shit, we went at it today on Twitter, not in the but
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I dropped the blog yesterday. Because he's battling Dre Dennis at what people consider our rival league. We don't consider it our rival league, but why would you battle over there knowing, the history and stuff like that? Now you're trying to do this for attention. You're trying to do it for stock value and stuff. So I'm like, okay, this is what you want to do. So I put out a blog, the blog that we originally shot for him and Dr. battle. And in the blog, he's saying, for my comeback, it's trap or die, trap house, nothing else. This is what you said. This is out of your mouth. You said you're not fucking aside from the trap New York. So why are you battling over here? You understand? Like, and there's nobody that can really call up and explain exactly how this happened. Like, it was just basically fraud shit. A nigga seen an opportunity to jump ship, and he took it.
Damn. Shit.
Now, Mercy,
That's what
Mercy,
happened.
Mercy, he's saying that basically, like, I did see those tweets. I mean, he's kind of making it seem as if he's not wanting to deal with you as far as the battle because of what you did with the whole, the whole league situation that y'all panned out and everything. That's what I saw in one of the tweets that he said.
Well, see, this is the thing. Maybe like 2 or 3 days ago, my partner Peso called him. After the battle got blocked from URL, the next plan was going to be to bring it over here. Now, at this point, I didn't want to deal with him. Like, you know what I mean? He already done did what he did as far as falling into the Norbes trap. So I'm like, after that, I'm not fucking with him. You know what I mean? But Peso, he said he'll deal with Prez, he'll talk to him. So he talked to Prez, and Prez was seeming like he wanted to do the battle over here. And all of a sudden, a We Go Hard card pops up with them two on it. So it's like, you know what I mean? Telling niggas you want to do the battle with us, but you do this. So it's like, it's crazy.
Oh, so I thought that he was going to battle over there again after all that, and then the We Go Hard card came out of nowhere?
Pretty much.
Damn. So you ain't even see that shit coming.
I was like, oh, shit. It was smart because it's something that opened my eyes when I seen it. I'm like, oh, what? You know what I mean? That was surprising. That's a bold move right there. You understand? You know somebody from playing for the Yankees, and then the Subway Series they come out with the Mets. You understand? Like that, it's just a shocker. It's an eyebrow raiser. But, I want to see what happens afterwards. Because you're going to get the attention now. Who's going to book you afterwards? You know what I mean? You still got over $1,000 of deposits that you owe. Not to mention battle rappers that have paid the battle on his league you and Norbes are supposed to start. So, hopefully nothing happens and, he stays safe out there. He could progress. But I just don't see that happening when you owe all his money.
So, hold on. So not only does he owe over 1,000 in deposits he took before, then you said he owes over the league that never happened. Are people still talking about that? I never even heard about that before until now. And what's crazy is that when it was going down, him and Norbes was talking about this a lot back and forth publicly on Facebook. So this isn't like this is, some secret. I mean, being that Prez deleted his page, you can't see that stuff anymore. But this was guaranteed I thought it was guaranteed to go down anyway. Damn, and niggas invested in that shit? And see, the thing is,
The dudes that did invest are dudes that are newcomers and don't have a voice. So they don't know who to go to as far as getting their money back. You know, so they knew me for basically standing next to Prez. So I was the first one a couple of them contacted. Like even when he no-showed out in Pittsburgh and Animal and them niggas, 2 weeks later, Prez was supposed to battle on UW, them Pittsburgh niggas was out there like 30 or 40 deep looking for him. And I got people calling my phone during the event like, yo, where Prez at? These niggas is in here looking for him. Like 30 or 40 niggas.
Damn. 30, 40 niggas.
That's insane.
Yeah, I thought it was bullshit at first until the next day I got that same call for like 2 or 3 other people.
Wow. I remember they said some shit that went down with Jay Murder, because he old Animal them niggas up there. He was running around saying all over Facebook.
Oh, yeah, because somebody had went up there during the event and said fuck Prez for not showing up. And Murder, being Murder, he went to defend his man.
Mhm.
So
that's. So I mean, now what, Mercy? So now what?
I mean, it's December coming around the corner. It's our yearly last man standing card. We got a nice lineup actually. Like the 2 headline battles are crazy. Like even the undercard battles are fire. So we still gonna close out this year with a bang. We got something crazy lined up for 2016. I feel like giving y'all one of the battles right now, because for the people that are fans of the Trap New York, and even a few fans outside of that, this is a battle y'all might want to see. I'm wondering, should I spoil it for that right now?
Yeah, go on, drop that here on AFM. Go on, do the damn thing.
Well, I'm just waiting for them to drop it.
Listen, man, the Trap New York Elite versus the currently popping Trap New York battler, Gaddafi Green versus XL. It's going down 2016.
Wow, Gaddafi Green XL?
This is a
3 rounds?
match too. Yes, 3 rounds. Yes, 3 rounds. 3 rounds. I don't do the time shit. This is a grudge match actually, so them niggas could go 4 minutes, 5 minutes, it's on them.
That's it.
They got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, but Gaddafi Green he been making some noise low key, real shit.
Yeah, salute to him. He got a PG coming up on December 13th.
Word? Yo, XL better not take him lightly, B.
Nah, I don't think XL is gonna. This is gonna be both of them on their A game.
Man, that's kind of crazy right there.
Yeah, shout out to XL. We got M City this weekend.
Yeah, M City.
Yeah, this weekend on the Power 2 card.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Right. Yeah, he's battling XL.
Yeah. Yo, XL he be having some opponents, boy.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? When people be talking about all these losses and stuff like that he's not battling whack niggas.
Yeah, he's not.
You understand? It's his fault, for taking them back to back, and that's something we done talked about, we done built on, and he's in a better place right now to where he's not going to be taking battles back to back like that anymore. So he's going to be able to give all of them his complete full focus.
Okay.
So, we got a couple joints lined up for him already for 2016. A few battles he won. We got maybe like 3 joints for him. So he definitely gonna have a dope year next year.
Already locked in?
Not locked in on the business end, but the other opponents have agreed to do it.
Okay,
so we're just a point about setting the dates and then, taking care of the business side and get things done.
Okay, that's what it is. So you pretty much just washing your hands with the whole Prez Mafia situation and moving on.
Yeah, that's just it. You know what I mean? I got a blog that I'm gonna drop on Saturday. Just explaining the full situation. Which is basically everything I just told y'all. And after that, that's it. You know what I mean? Then they can go do whatever they want. It's never fuck URL because I've been following them from the Smack DVD days. Like, I'm from Harlem, you know what I mean? Like, going to 125th, that's what we used to do. You know what I mean? So we done did all the Smack DVD shit, and I've been following URL since it started, but it's just as far as Norbes, like, niggas doing too much. You know what I mean? And I can't fuck with a nigga like that. You understand? Like, I don't want to be around him. I don't want to be around nobody that wants to stand next to that man. You know what I mean? So, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be crying about this one, but I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? If it's that serious, see me in person. Like, we both in New York. You know what it is already. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not going to keep on doing this. This nigga, he'll have an issue with something, and he'll, instead of calling me directly, he'll call my partner. As if my partner's supposed to, you know, put a leash on me or something like that. It's like, nigga, it ain't like that over here. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I want to fire off on you, I'm going to do it. And ain't nobody going to be able to stop it. You understand? But as far as this trap shit, it's just like, leave our shit alone. Like, we sitting up here trying to build and push the culture forward. We're trying to push it forward by bringing fresh niggas off the street and putting them in position to be somebody in battle rap. Why is it all this fucking hate? Like, I understand y'all got this league over here, that's the league y'all fucking with. Okay, we not trying to damage nothing that y'all niggas is doing, so leave our shit alone. If you want to give niggas shots, then give niggas shots. But don't sit up here trying to block battles and do all this extra shit. Like, the shit is just corny. You know what I mean? And he's a dude that has female emotions, and I can't back, like, I think about when I was in high school and I had to be around niggas like that. Like, I used to beat them type of niggas up because it's like niggas harbor old feelings and they do sucker female shit on the low. I can't deal with somebody like that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
So all I know is this.
And Norbes never reached out to you at all?
What you say?
Norbes never reached out to you at all?
No, whenever he has an issue, he calls up my partner. He has my number, but I have to wind up reaching out to him after he done reached out to my partner. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is corny. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you fucking telling the teacher or something. Like, fuck.
Yeah, that shit is, I didn't even know all that shit. That shit is kind of crazy right there, man. So, but look, so... All right, so it went from Trap House to URL, talked about doing it on Trap House to do it on URL, but when it got to URL, they didn't want the battle. And from there, you and him already had problems, so he went to We Go Hard to spite you even more.
Exactly.
In a nutshell. All this for a nigga
to be honest, I would have told Dre Dennis to take it to Trap Jersey, for him to get that look and for him to build his shit up. You understand? Like, I wouldn't have suggested that, even though over there it's going to be a good look. You know what I mean? Because they got good camera work and shit like that. Their crowd is always into the bars and shit. So either way, it's going to be a good look. You know what I mean? But the reason it's over there is what I'm not fucking with. You know what I mean? There's no spite towards the league or towards the league owner, but it's why it was done. You know what I mean? That's the only reason he did that.
and it was solely to piss you off, you're saying, basically.
Pretty much.
That's kind of, damn, man. And there's only one comeback battle, so if it's gone, it's gone. Like, even if y'all were to squash that shit and he battle on the Trap, it's not the same thing.
Nah. It's completely over for that. You know what I mean? So he's gonna have to deal with that. I mean, it's a certain type of attention you get on a comeback, but who's to say that afterwards that attention is still gonna be there? Unless niggas is really trying to build something with you, and it's like, if you're not able to get on URL, it's like, where the fuck are you going? You know what I mean? You showed on Don't Flop when you were supposed to battle J Dose, so that's another huge platform you're going to be banned from.
Damn.
You know, so It don't leave much choices after that.
All right, so let me ask you a question. So do you think he's gonna make it out here, or what?
I mean, hopefully, if King of the Dot like that shit, then, you know, but we know that's a different type of crowd that appreciates a different type of craft. So who's to say he go over there and they fuck with him?
If he can even get into Canada.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Damn. I guess we gonna find out. He's trying to come back. Like you said, your blog is dropping Saturday?
Yeah. It's basically just explaining the same stuff I just said. You know what I mean? But you cats, you know, I fuck with you. You look like my drunk uncle and shit, so I had to come give you the exclusive.
Oh, fuck you, Mercy. Yo, Saturday, I want to see this blog. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get real in detail about a lot of more shit. I'm pretty sure.
This blog was actually recorded while I was very angry, so you're probably gonna see a different side of me. But it's a side of me that battle rap has been asking for, you know, because I just can't do with the sucker shit. Because growing up in the projects, like I come from one of the most dangerous projects in Harlem, Polo Ground, and I done seen niggas get killed for doing shit like this.
Yeah.
You know, so when I'm used to that, to me, it's only one way to solve some of these things, but I'm trying to keep it professional. And shout out to Mighty with the Fro from PG Blogger. She tweeted something this morning that kind of woke me up. She said, niggas is trying to be professional in an unprofessional environment. When you think about that, it's the truth. Because, all right, if you look at the NBA, the NFL, and stuff like that, everything is bound by paperwork and contracts. You can't breathe without fucking breaching something that's on your contract. You understand what I'm saying? So if battle rap gets that type of structure and that type of organization comes in and takes it over, it's going to be real ugly for a lot of these niggas. Like Prez going from the trap to URL to We Go Hard. You can't do that in the real business world, where these niggas spend millions of dollars and shit. You can't do that.
Damn, I know. Yeah.
Niggas be done fined you out the ass. Like, you get fined $500,000, $250,000 for doing shit like that. It's bad enough these niggas is scrambling for fucking $200 or $300 deposit money.
Yeah, going crazy over that shit.
So
you been hearing that shit about huh?
Now, I said niggas just better get it together before the big wigs come take over and change all this shit.
Do you see that happening?
Eventually. I feel like it's a strong possibility.
So the big leagues come, like, so let me ask you a question. The big leagues come in, what happens to the trap? I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna keep it pushing or what?
Oh, yeah, of course we're gonna keep pushing. First of all, we not, you know, the richest people in the world. We gonna try to become a part of it. You understand? Yeah. And we want to keep our original idea, which is bringing in dudes fresh off the street and bringing them to the bigger platform. So we would want to integrate that with whatever big organization or platform picks us up.
Okay.
Because we're still at that level. I'm still at the level where I'm walking around New York and I meet people in person that ask me, yo, can I get a battle on your platform?
Okay.
You know, so that idea, that's never going to leave the track at all.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely grinding out there. We definitely see you.
Yeah, we just dropped a few battles too. Rebel versus Tape Deck, Jay Scott versus Wes Crave, Sway Sever versus King Hiram.
Dude, that Sway battle's crazy.
Yeah, that's a real interesting battle.
Hey, Mercy, how hard is it to actually promote these battles versus bigger cars and things of that nature? Where like Sway battle dropped, but there was been so much going on in battle rap. It's not like viral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's just with the market being with the market being so oversaturated, you know, it's really hard to push content because it's like 45 battles dropping every single day. And then, you know, you also got the bigger platforms that are dropping battles as well that got a lot of attention. So, you know, we just keep pushing. You know, one thing we've never been concerned about too much is numbers because we'll drop a battle and then we'll do an event later on that gets a lot of views and people will wind up going back watching battles that they missed.
Okay.
You know, that's the reason why Jims versus Excel, when that battle first came out, it was stuck at maybe 2,000 views. That battle was at, I believe, 16 or 17,000 right now.
They doubled back after watching some research. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, so that's part of the process of building these guys up. People go back and watch all their old material. You know, even right now with Mike P, he battled Aura in the trap. It was at 8,000 for a minute. The battle is at almost 11,000 right now because the CZ just dropped. Yo, Mike P buzz is crazy right now. Yeah, to me, he's one of the best dudes out right now. He is. And you know what's scary? Because I've talked to Mike P every few days or so. Mike P is never satisfied with his performance. His battle drops and we'll talk and he'll be like, yo, Mercy, I do not like this shit. And he's winning battles, but he's a hard critic on himself. You know, he wants to be a perfectionist, so he always looks and overanalyzes everything and says, damn, I could have did this better. And then in the next battle, he'll improve on that, but still he'll find something that, you know, he thinks is wrong. So when you need to be worried is when he does get satisfied with something. Because once he gets satisfied with the performance, that's when he's going to pretty much go on an unstoppable killing spree, as if he hasn't already been, you know?
Okay. Well, yo, hey, so for members of the trap who make it like Excel and Dot, you see Mike P's making that, like, what advice do you give them?
For one, stay consistent, you know, and not only that, keep your work on leagues that are going to be seen. You know, getting paid to battle is cool, but at the same time, if you're going to certain leagues and you're getting battles that are doing 15, 20,000, and then you go into these leagues and your views are like 1 or 2,000, the battle, as far as you actually rapping, at the end is not really worth it. Because aside from the paycheck, you're not really getting much out of it. And that's original content that you could have used on a bigger platform, and it could have got you better results.
Yeah. So they are pick and choose their battles carefully and what they're doing on that and all that.
Yeah, when you at the lowest platform and you hungry and you still haven't made it to that next level yet, battle everywhere you possibly can to get yourself out there. Not saying battle in every single league, but go out of state to Connecticut or North Carolina and battle one of the smaller leagues out there to build your fan base. That way, when you do make it to that next level, you bring a whole fan base with you, and the people at the next level, they see what you're doing. They see that you got your little fan base, and they feel like, okay, he built something up before he came here. We could really push this guy and help him expand even more.
Okay. I mean, hey, man, I know one thing. You're doing a good motherfucking job of the trap. A lot of stars are coming out of there right now, as we can see.
I appreciate that, Cap, for real. Really appreciate that shit.
They're definitely coming out of the trap and shit, so, you know what I mean? That, like, niggas got to pay attention to that shit, man.
Yeah, like, even with this December card, like, we making a statement. Ash Cash is headlining the December card. You understand? She got a big name that she's battling. Fettuccine 20, we bringing him back. We trying to get him a big URL name.
Okay.
You know,
Well, let me ask you a question. All right. Let me ask you a question. With this whole situation with you and Norbes, so what happens now? Does that fuck up chances for the trap battlers to get on URL, or, I mean, how do you go about that?
This is the thing, and I don't want it to, but at the same time, it has to be known, like, what this guy is doing, you know, because what he's doing is just pure fuck shit. Now, we have other connects, you know, that we can use to get things done, but it's still fucked up that we have to be in this position with that guy, because we don't want to be in a bad space with anybody in battle rap. We're trying to send talent to these platforms. So there's no reason why this dude should feel like he has an issue with us. You understand? Now, there's only one situation I could think of that he might still be salty over, which is the show-off and blacksmith battle. But, nigga, that shit was done a year ago. It's done and over with. You know what I mean? Like, everybody put out their blogs explaining what happened. It is done and over with. Put that shit in the past and let's move on. All this, you're trying to stop niggas from doing battles that already been paid for. Like, come on. It's like you're just doing too much. You know what I mean? So we don't want to be in this position with him, but it looked like we're going to have to. Because I'm just not I held in a lot of shit my first couple years being in battle rap. Whenever you see me blogging or on the camera, it was hosting my battles and it was announcing trap events that were coming up. And it was doing interviews speaking on what the trap is doing. I wasn't getting in this to be blogging about other league owners and all these politics and shit going on. But I just woke up one day and I got tired of all of the negativity and all the other bullshit going on with niggas attacking the trap, and fuck the battlers. When you start speaking on the brand, that's when it becomes an issue. You know, you have people jumping out the windows, like battlers saying, oh, we're the reason your events be popping, and, you know, just all sorts of shit like that. So that's really what made me say, fuck it. I'm not doing this humble shit no more. From now on, all sucker shit is getting put on blast. Anyone that don't like it, as I said on my post, niggas could suck dick. When you see me, do something. You know what I mean? But niggas is not going to keep throwing salt on the trap like this is my baby. This is what I'm putting my hard-earned money into. You know what I mean? So if niggas going to keep disrespecting this brand, it's going to be a serious problem. You know what I mean? I can easily be contacted. I got a Twitter, a Facebook, a fucking YouTube. I got an email. Probably still got a fucking MySpace. I think my Black Planet account is still up. Niggas got too many ways to contact me. What the fuck is all this extra shit niggas be doing?
Shit, man. Yeah. Damn. I'm sorry to hear all that shit, man. Hopefully that shit work out, man.
Yeah, I want to go back to being peaceful, no mercy. Even though my name doesn't imply peace, but my name stands for show no mercy towards achieving your goals and dreams. That's what I'm doing at this present moment. I'm not trying to be all in drama and gossip and all this other extra shit. Leave my shit alone. Let me and my niggas work and let us do what we gonna do. You know what I mean? All that extra shit, we ain't trying to be dealing with all that. But from now on, it's just all sucker shit. We just putting it on blast from now on. And that's just what it's gonna be.
I hear that shit, man. But hey, no mercy, man. We appreciate you coming up, man. I'm waiting for that motherfucking blog set. I gotta see this shit.
Oh yeah. This is.
You said you was bad. Hey, you said you was bad. Don't redo it, nothing either. Let's try to calm down and make another one and shit. Let's leave that shit up.
Oh my god. I wanted to get on your shit. I wanted to start throwing axes and fucking boomerangs and shit like that.
This shit,
that
wow.
shit may come back itchy.
But you know what, Mercy? You know what, though, Mercy? You know why it's a part of the game? Because there's so many more leagues now, too. It's one of your biggest challenges now is the saturation part. Now there's more competition.
Yeah.
But you know what? We never really looked at it as competition, even though it, from a viewer standpoint, it is. From us, we're not really trying to compete with anybody. Like, we just stay on our same lane and just do what we do because we don't really feel like there is any competition with what we do. Like, if you look at all of the big cards. Look at all the big cards that came out recently. You look at ARP, the 2-day event that he did, the Blood, Sweat, and Tears and the Liquid Soul. You had Jay Side on there. You had Jay Murder. You had Jens. You had Show Off. On the Power 2, XL is on the card. On the Crown 2, shout out to Gracie. Fettuccine 20 headlining. XL is on the card. You know, Don't Flop. They big event down, I think it was the DMV. XL Battle A-Class. You understand? So, Trap Niggas is on every big card that's out there moving. And it's not really niggas from no other league in New York that's getting called for these big cards. You know, that's what we take pride in. You know, like, niggas call me directly, yo, Mercy, I know you got some shooters. I got card space. Who you got for me? You know, even if you look at the Summer Madness 4 PG, you had Jens versus Bad News, Jay Murder versus Steve-O, Dre Dennis versus Tank. You know, like, when it's a card going down, we take over. You know, so.
I mean, that's good. Yeah, y'all niggas, you definitely, like I said, y'all definitely been up there and shit. Can't lie about that.
Yeah, so we got a lot of other things in the works too. You know, next year's gonna be hectic. We got a lot on the table as far as that. You know, a lot of big names that y'all been seeing lately. They're gonna be touching our stage. So we're just gonna keep on grinding.
Okay. Hey, my nigga, you don't mad that shit at all. You don't get you back up here soon, man.
Oh, yeah, definitely, man. Anytime for y'all. You know I fuck with y'all heavy.
I'm going to try to get a tell Duffy Green up here and shit.
Oh, yeah. Them niggas got some shit. I know they got some shit to say to each other.
Yeah. I'm going to see if I can get them to help hype the card up and shit.
That'd definitely be crazy.
I got you. But, yeah, my nigga, I'm going to be in touch, you heard?
All right, man. Salute to y'all.
Salute.
Fan movement. I fucks with y'all.
Oh, yeah,
y'all ready?
All right, I'll at y'all.
Nigga fan 007. What up? You good? I'm alive, I'm breathing. Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Drop this shit. What up, nigga? Fucking heads, man.
Angry Fan movement is the movement to move with.